Joey's truck. Take one.
Well, this is the half ton. Got Chris and Alex here. We're going back together with it, so we figured we'd start tracking progress and show it to the world. Don't mind the green truck in the background. But Alex just put together the 47RE, went through and refreshed it. We were twisting our input and balloon the converter, so we decided to go with a DPC triple disc and a fat shaft input shaft. But Alex has been building transmissions here at Unrivaled for everything from that 3,000 horse monster all the way to this thing. Oh, Jake's here with donuts, perfect. But Alex and I are working on putting the half ton back together so we can go racing again. So we're doing YouTube, Jake. Heck yeah.
We're moving up in the world, Jake. You gotta get with the program.
I didn't walk in saying some dumb shit.
Sound like it's still rolling.
You got anything to add? All right, so here on the half ton, you can see that we're missing the vast majority of the parts that we need.
Like the turbo.
Yeah. A few years ago, I blew it up on the racetrack and then it sat outside and somebody decided they needed a lot of my stuff more than I did. So it's been sitting and waiting while I had a kid and bought a house and all kinds of other stuff. And then Chris decided that it was time for me to put it back together, and I agreed. So here we are. You can see we've taken all the monstrosity off the bottom that mounts the lower water neck, and the alternator and everything's all gone. We're gonna do some aluminum plates here and down here to mount the radiator hoses, I guess you'd call them.
That's a good word.
But we're doing AN line, so it's a little different. We're trying to reduce weight while we're going. I've got a nice VS Racing double ball bearing turbocharger to put here on the manifold. And then we're doing a massive On3 Performance intercooler. It's 6 inches thick with 3.5 inch inlet and outlet. And then Alex and I are gonna work on cleaning up this wiring once we get the truck back running. But step one is to get it going. So what we're doing here is, this is the old converter out of the half ton. I was ballooning the converter, meaning it's getting longer and swelling up, and it was pressing on the pump. I think there's one right here. Yeah, it was pressing here on the pump and wiping out all the gears inside the pump. So Alex had to swap the pump out inside the trans, but Chris is showing us how we determined how ballooned the converter is.
Oh yeah. 6 1/8.
6 1/8, and what are they normally?
I think they're like right under 6 inches. I don't know how to tell you. Good one over there.
Yeah. Luckily, we got a full-fledged training shop back here.
I wouldn't say that.
Enough to hold 3,000 horsepower.
That's true. These little bastards sometimes are stuck on there.
So while Chris is getting that, these are the clutches and the steels that came out of the half ton. You can see on the steels we've got little hot spots everywhere, and then on the clutches they're burnt.
That's used good ones though. Yeah.
This is what they should have looked like when we pulled them out of the trans, but something went wrong and caused these to slip. Alex is thinking that our clearances were set too high because we built this trans a long time ago. But we also wiped out that pump, so we lost a lot of pressure.
What was that, direct?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last miles of this transmission were severely beaten. All right. There you go. Just under 6. Like barely.
There you go. So an extra 1/8 inch of extension.
You know, growing. It's not good.
When it's cold, when it's hot, I'm sure it's more. And then this is the input shaft out of the half ton. I bought it with a twist in it, but we picked up a lot more twist while we were running it. I'm sure first gear lockup helped with that quite a bit.
This is the input shaft you need.
Oh yeah, and Sancher.
Oh yeah, bad boy.
Yeah, not all of us have that kind of power though. I
Not
think
yet.
I'd fold the rest of the truck in half.
In due time.
Yeah, and then this was the old band out of the transmission. You can tell it still looks good, but they've upgraded to this style, which has a lot more contact area. So Alex put one of these new flex bands in and got rid of this old guy, getting ready to hold some more power. We're hoping to go to compounds at some point soon, so we're going to need as much holding power as we can get. And then in the background, we have the Dooley's engine sitting on a stand. Gotta hide the magic, huh?
Yeah, for real.
So this is the stator support tube out of the half-tons trans. You can see here where it's all worn away. That's from the converter pushing the pump gears onto the stator. You can see in here where the converter's been pushing on that. I don't know if it'll focus. You can see that wear in there. And this side is all chewed up. And this side here is nice and pretty. So whenever this guy sits on there, we're smashing it in there and wearing a groove. And that's where we lost our pressure at in the transmission. Well, we got the half-ton running, got the trans put back in, and it's changing gears and full of fluid and everything now. So the next step is probably to cut out that front cross member to clear the radiator and intercooler, and then start mounting that stuff up. And I think next time I come over, I'm probably going to work on my TIG welding skills so I can TIG up the aluminum charge pipes. And then once we have the charge pipes put back together, we should be able to start making boost.